Hello, Ragers. I hope that you're all doing well. Now, fashion can definitely feel overwhelming at times. There are so many different brands, trends, styles, pieces, and designers out there, all with their own extensive lore that is often gatekept by basement-dwelling fashion meme page admins. Thankfully, however, we have a saving grace: mood boards. Mood boards have been around since the dawn of time and come in many different forms. From personal use mood boards that serve as an archive of outfits and aesthetics that you are particularly fond of, to silly and ironic assortments of garments curated for a specific occasion. Luckily for you all, I have great expertise when it comes to useless fashion knowledge, and have been in the fashion Instagram trenches for years now, conducting digital ethnographies and taking vast field notes, which I will present to you all today. While conducting my research, I have noticed a few looming problems surrounding the overarching mood board genre. Problems that are very unethical and serious and should not be taken lightly. Like not knowing the meanings of the word silhouette and proportions. Anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself here. Today, we'll be quickly going over the types of mood boards, how they can be good and helpful, and then I'll highlight the potential dangers associated with relying on mood boards too much, and how I think that serious mood board operators and curators can improve their uploads in order to better the experience for their followers. I'll show some specific examples and provide some heavily opinionated and biased critiques, so stay tuned. Now, just so that we're all on the same page, when I say the word mood board, I'm using it as a general term that sort of encapsulates a wide variety of different types of mood boards all across the spectrum. I'll quickly break down a few important genres of mood boards that are relevant to the video and my arguments. I've made a video about this in the past that does go more in depth, but it is very cringeworthy and outdated, so I do not recommend watching it. Anyway, starting off with general archive pages, I'm sure you all know the bigger ones like Hidden NY, Undercover Osh, and Artifactsing, who was formerly known as Young Watergun. They frequently post media closely related to fashion, youth, and hip-hop culture. You can always count on them to repost information regarding the latest New Balance and Jown drops, as well as screen caps from cool archive and underground movies that you probably haven't heard of, like Fight Club. Next, we have more personal accounts dedicated to encapsulating various aesthetics that can serve as a general form of information or inspiration. They're not directly telling you how to present yourself or what to wear, they're just uploading media that they find intriguing. It may not always coincide within the realm of fashion, but it can still serve as a form of information and help you open your mind to different concepts or ideas that you previously hadn't looked into too much before. They can be helpful with regard to acting as references to look back on, or just sources of pleasant media that occasionally arise whilst you procrastinate and doom scroll Instagram. This archive shit does get serious at time, and there are often politics at play, but I will not get into that in this video. Moving away from Instagram, if you're really keen on throwing away your dignity and typing in Drain Gang, Archive Fashion, Mood Board, Cyber Y2K, Cemetery into the Pinterest search bar, you will often be met with a plethora of results similar to this. This Pinterest shit gets serious as well, with posters dedicated to curating and uploading detailed outfit breakdowns that stem from various aesthetics. There is seemingly an endless flow of aesthetics, ways of dressing, or cores, if you will, that can provide the viewer with a new and improved outlook on fashion. They do sometimes have direct links to the pieces or pieces of a similar variety, but I feel as if a lot of these types of Pinterest accounts act more as a personal expression of a given style. I'm not too familiar with the Pinterest posting method, so I won't act like I know everything. I'm more so a casual browser who searches Celine model haircut twice a year. And finally, we have the main culprits of this video: Instagram fashion outfit inspiration type mood boards, or I'll just refer to them as fashion mood boards since I do not want to say all of that every single time. These fashion mood board accounts often upload various garments arranged to form a particular aesthetic or for a certain occasion. And there are a lot of these accounts, each within their own niche. There's something like Gallery of Punk for all of you Playboy Cardi vamps, or on the other hand, there's Outerwear Archive, but I don't pay too much attention to that one as I do not leave my room. There are also accounts dedicated to just one specific garment, like Denim Archives, Hoodie Archives, and stuff like that post obviously what their name suggests. Some of these accounts are much better than others for a lot of different reasons, but I'll save my criticism for the end. First, let's explore how these accounts can be helpful. First and foremost, obviously these accounts can serve as a form of inspiration. If you're new to fashion, bored of the way you dress, or you just have so much money that you just need to consume niche and cool products, following accounts of this variety will flood your feed with ideas regarding potential new Johns to cop. I'm not saying you have to buy everything they post in particular, but maybe you'll see a certain type of garment in a particular color or style that you are keen on looking up variations of and incorporating into your wardrobe. You may also discover new brands or designers that you hadn't previously heard of, which will further lead you down the fashion pipeline. Personally, I enjoy the pages that are informative and provide context. I feel as if an account like First Time Worldwide is perfect for those who are getting into fashion and want to start learning about different pieces and designers. They have a really good formula that includes a lot of information in one post. For instance, in one slideshow type post, They'll often show off the garment, footage of it on the runway, as well as how other people have styled it. Then they'll also include the full name of the piece in the caption and when it was released. That pretty much answers every question that a casual viewer may have. I also like that they show how a given garment fits, as this is what a lot of fashion mood boards fail to account for. Definitely a good account to follow if you're interested in furthering your useless niche fashion knowledge. With regard to other fashion mood boards, they can serve as a good starting point for introducing you to different styles or aesthetics, and help you further refine your own taste. Again, you do not have to buy everything they post, but they can provide good ideas and help you figure out what you like and what you don't like, whether it's certain silhouettes, colors, types of clothes, cuts of clothes, and so on. Obviously, at the end of the day, you should value your own individuality over someone who just posts screenshots of clothes on Instagram, but if you're interested in developing your own style and care about fashion for whatever reason, then I think that there is no harm in broadening your horizons and expanding your taste. Just obviously try not to let it consume you. Now, let's focus on what really matters, my opinion. Obviously, I do not hate anyone that I'm going to be talking about, but I will reference certain accounts because I want to give you all visual examples. I'm not throwing shade at anyone, I'm just sharing my opinion on the internet, and at the end of the day, none of this really matters. But when I think of a bad fashion mood board, accounts that frequently post undisclosed paid promotions come to mind. I'm a strong believer that fashion is a very personal expression with deep-rooted connections to a variety of different cultures that have very complex inner workings and meetings. Basically, I care a lot about silly little garments and conspicuous consumption, more so than I'm willing to admit. Basically, how I view it, if you're going to create a page dedicated to highlighting particular pieces, I feel as if they should at least be pieces or garments that you are fond of. Don't post archived Dolce & Gabbana bondage pants, pair them with Guidi back zips, and then post it alongside generic Instagram brand 10,375. Like, I feel as if there's no direction there and you aren't pleasing anyone. Fashion enthusiasts will be upset that you're basically putting some random ass brand that paid you $20 to post their t-shirt at the same level as iconic archive pieces that have influenced generations of designers. It just feels like there's no direction there, and half the time the pieces do not even go together and they don't feature a complete outfit. It almost feels like a parody, like you really want people to wear no shoes, no socks, with a pair of Avisu jeans, an Issei watch, and a Girls Come First hoodie with no t-shirt under it. If you're going to operate an account called Fit Archives, at least complete an outfit. Don't just go on Grail, pick 3 random pieces, cut out the background, and arrange them on a 1080 by 1080 blank background. It's honestly just comical, but thankfully some of their commenters are on the same page. It seems very lazy to me, like the bar is very low, but people still choose to do less than the bare minimum. I can promise you that no one is wearing these in real life. With these accounts too, you'll often see DM for paid promos or business inquiries in their bio, and as someone with experience running an Instagram account, I see how promos are lucrative and can be such an easy bag. However, they drastically ruin the follower experience. Not trying to morally grandstand, but I've never posted a paid promo on my Instagram feed as I value my followers and do not want to promote something that doesn't align with my values. Don't get me wrong, I do understand how it can be tempting, so I don't judge anyone. Would much rather get paid to post stuff on social media than work a minimum wage job. Coming from a fashion commentary YouTuber, I do get it. Especially within the fashion niche and operating an account that is supposed to be a personal reflection of your taste, especially if you have DM for styling in your bio, I feel as if it was really important to disclose which things are paid promos and which aren't. As a follower, I'd feel let down and misled if an account I used for outfit inspiration just all of a sudden started posting useless streetwear startup type shit. There's a time and a place for that, and I do follow and like accounts that promote underground brands, but I don't know, the way these mood boards do it just does not sit right with me, as it's very misleading and negatively impacts the viewer experience. Like, you run an account called Denim Archives, yet you're posting the most try-hard pair of jeans I've seen in my entire life. Just go through the tag posts of any Instagram brand and you'll see their stuff posted to all types of these accounts, and I can confidently tell you no one is posting this stuff for free. I apologize for the rant, but this has been something I've been wanting to talk about for a while. I've posted about it on my Instagram, but that was not enough to satisfy my egotistical cravings to hear my own voice. And I also feel as if there's simply too many of these accounts. With fashion, a lot of people succumb to their innate primitive desire to stand out and prove their worth and show off their individuality, which is probably why TikTok outfit breakdown videos are so popular. I am a fan of people being themselves and wearing whatever they like. It really doesn't matter at the end of the day. Like, if someone chooses to wear full fashion reps core or full Tom Ford era Gucci and archive YSL, it does not matter to me. However, here's my hot take, guys. Not everyone should be an Instagram stylist. Like, I get creating your own style board for fun and posting them for personal reasons, but it is very easy to tell when someone is in it for the wrong reasons. If you know fashion, you can easily pick up when someone lacks fundamental knowledge associated with basic concepts of proportions and silhouettes, And if you follow enough of these accounts or understand the general premise, you can tell when someone is doing shameless, undisclosed promos and has the overarching goal of attempting to further their reach rather than share their particular personal interests. It all just sort of feels like it's taken to the extreme and it's just really out of touch. Thankfully, however, people are beginning to combat this through the use of parody style boards. Accounts like Spinal Fluid Fits and Outfits to Get Laid In create fashion mood boards that feature comedic, absurd outfits that critique the inherent wrongdoings of many of the aforementioned Instagram mood boards. One can certainly argue that these two accounts alone are more creative and hold more substance than the entirety of some of the other fashion mood board accounts on Instagram. And hopefully as these accounts grow, their audience will begin to understand the flaws of traditional fashion mood board accounts as well. This also coincides with the rise of irony and silliness that we've seen in fashion as a whole recently, that sort of contrasts and critiques the traditional serious, fast-paced nature of the fashion industry. And more or less, to conclude this convoluted argument in a concise manner, I will say to all the fashion mood boarders out there, be more like First Time Worldwide and less like Fits Archive, especially if you want people to take you seriously. Now, I could go on and on about this, but I'll spare you the trouble. Hopefully you were able to gain something from this video and understand my perspective. Let me know in the comments if you agree with my points, or if you think I'm out of touch and delusional. All in all, thank you for watching, and until next time, later Ragers.